Interestingly, the burgeoning field of conversational AI, or artificial intelligence, teaches us a lot about human conversations. What a computer can do really well without interrupting you is listen. What's it listening for? Intents. Conversational AI recognizes intents, what do you want, entities, things related to what you want, and context, which are topics the AI understands, in order to select the right responses, which is how it can react. Those are great concepts for collaborative conversations. You might even want to consider taking notes on those 4 aspects when you chat with domain experts. Listen for the intent while you hear the words your domain expert says, and you'll miss and misunderstand fewer requirements. The art of listening isn't about hearing sounds. It's about interpreting intent out of the sounds. As a BA, you're listening for requirements, stories, features, data needs, problems, solutions, constraints, and things like that. Informational listening, also known as attentive listening, is a relatively new concept, and it's not as widespread as engaged or active listening. It's about listening with an agenda. It's really common among spies because they are trained to listen to a casual conversation at a table beside them and extrapolate information that might have nothing to do with what the people are saying, but what the spy recognizes as actionable intelligence. Well, turns out that business analysts could learn a lot from James Bond or Jason Bourne. Analytic listening is about evaluating or analyzing a message to determine its worth to you. Now, technically, in a collaborative conversation with multiple participants, everyone, except the speaker, is using a form of analytic listening. They're deciding how much of what's being said relates to them and how. It's also known, by the way, as critical listening because it often involves some form of problem solving or decision making. By the way, anytime you get one of those annoying spam calls that are so prevalent today, you automatically apply analytic listening just long enough to decide to hang up. I found out with practice I've become really proficient at that. Empathetic listening focuses on trying to read the emotions of the other person. Now, this skill is invaluable for collaboration because it builds rapport. If you're trying to ask a domain expert about a specific problem and you feel her pain point, you gain a much deeper understanding of the issue. And at that level, you're more likely to capture the essence of what needs to be done to alleviate the pain. Richard Branson reportedly quotes listening as one of the main factors behind the success of Virgin. Companies that actually listen to their customers tend to thrive a lot longer than those that don't. By the way, the same is true of anyone trying to understand the business needs of stakeholders. Research shows that you spend more of your communication time listening than doing anything else. That's a lot of time listening. We tend to take listening for granted. It's a natural skill that just happens. When you think about the importance of effective listening, you realize that listening is in fact an important skill that you need to develop and nurture. Effective listening saves more projects than any number of eloquent presentations that go unheard.